fall, and it actually feels like it. I am so excited to have a break from that humidity. Now, that being said, they're saying it's supposed to go down to 32 degrees tonight Fahrenheit here in our area, and I'm a little concerned because even though I did pick a lot of my green and yellow beans yesterday, there's still a lot that weren't ready. So I hope they're going to be okay. And the pea pods, they weren't ready yet either. So because it's cool, and hold on just a second, somebody is calling me. The eye place reminds me of the kid's appointment tomorrow morning. So okay, Grace, we have to have a mass tomorrow for the eye appointment. Okay, they just called. All right, so I can't remember what I was saying, but I am planning a big canning day today. We are going apple picking this weekend, and I'm gonna need room for all that. It also is gonna help me realize how many more, I think I have to go buy a couple cases of pint jars, the 500 milliliters, because I wanna make some apple butter and apple jelly, and I don't know if I have enough jelly jars. I'm gonna see. I'm making some cranberry jelly today. So, we'll see. We will see. So, yeah, so I got a big day planned. So I picked all these yesterday, all these beautiful green and yellow beans. I'm gonna can those up today. Just bring you over, there we go. And I bought at the grocery store yesterday a whole bunch. One of our grocery stores here in the town where my son goes to high school, they get a lot of their produce from our local farmers, which is pretty cool. They even have a special little section where it says local. So I was able to get some local bell peppers yesterday because I know I don't have enough frozen for a year. I know I don't. I know how much I used last year for a year, and I know I need more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a bag, and they were on sale for $3.50 a bag, which is really good for around here because in the next little bit, you won't be able to get a bell pepper, not organic, mind you, just on for less than $5, $6 for one bell pepper. I kid you not. Jessica at Three Rivers calls them money trees, and when she grows them, because they're so expensive to buy, and we love them. I really like them, and we use them a lot. At least once or twice a week. I've already used them 3 times this week, and it's only Thursday, and I'll be using some more tonight for supper. So I've got bell peppers. I also bought a bunch of local sweet potatoes that I'm gonna can up because I only have a few canned. My sweet potatoes did not do anything. Sorry, Tanya, you sent me those slips and nothing happened. And then I went, and I also got 2 10-pound bags. I got 20 pounds of more carrots that I want to can up, because I only got 7 quart jars out of the last bag, and that is not enough for us through the winter. Carrots is the other vegetable we eat a lot of. It's one of the few vegetables our son eats. So I want to make sure we have carrots. So that's a pea. I'm going to finish snapping these beans, get them washed up. I've got jars already in the oven staying warm, and I am canning with my 4-jar lids today. I love these lids. I have canned now well over 200 things and not had one failure with a lid. That is crazy. I love them, and I would not be an affiliate with them if I didn't love them. I can promise you that. So if you want to save 10% off of 4-jar canning lids, you can use my code, and I'll put it down here, Bucket List Homestead, and that'll get you 10% off your order. And I love them. I actually have quite a few Ball/Bernadine lids, and I'm using my 4-jar lids because, yeah, a lot of my lids failed. Things that I canned last year, and as I've been rearranging things, I'm finding the lids are off them. So I'm not happy at all, and I'm not going to take that chance this year. So 4-jar lids, Bucket List Homestead, 10% off your order. So I am going to, yeah, so jars are in the oven. I've washed up all my lids. I also am not keeping my lids in hot water anymore. Canning rules have changed quite a bit in the last few years, and they say that's not necessary. Just washing them is fine because it can actually affect the silicone seal, and that might be why so many of our lids are failing. It could be not just the quality has gone down, but it could be that we are what do you call it? Putting them in hot boiling water, and maybe we're ruining the seal. So, and we don't need to do that anymore. So I just have them all washed up, sitting over here, ready to go. And I've got a big pot of water boiling, because I am going to be doing raw pack of my carrots and my beans and my sweet potatoes. So I'll probably be adding more water. So we got a busy day, folks, so I'm really excited about doing the cranberry sauce. Here in Canada, our Thanksgiving is the first weekend in October. It's October 10th this year. So I want to have some made for that. And then while these are pressure canning, my plan is to get all the peppers frozen. So, busy day. And it's not too hot, so it's a great day. It's beautiful out. It's actually only 58 degrees, so it's got a nice crispness to the air. And I actually have the kitchen window open just because it gets a little warm in here with all the canning in the oven going. And yeah, this is a great way to celebrate fall by canning our harvest. So, busy day ahead. Enough green beans to fill the bottom of my pressure canner, so I'm just going to add a jar of some of that boiling water. And I didn't use one of my 4-jar lids because I'm not wasting them for that. That's just a Bernadine lid. Okay. And I already checked my gasket was good, and I made sure the hole for the little vent there was clear. And now we are going to get this up to boil. Steady steam and stream for 10 minutes, and then we'll put 10 pounds of pressure on. I think it's 20 minutes. I gotta go double check, but yeah. So there's beans done. Washed up the peppers, and I added a little vinegar to that water just to help get any dirt and stuff off, especially where these aren't the ones I grew. And my sink was very, very clean. I cleaned it before I put the peppers and stuff in there. So, all right, so we're gonna get these all sliced up, and I'll be using my food saver bag to freeze them. Between what I grew and already froze, this should get us through the year. Bell peppers. So if you don't have a food saver, you can freeze these in Ziploc bags too. Just take out as much air as you can, and that works great. So I just find they don't get crystally as much at all when I do them this way versus the Ziploc bags. But the Ziploc bags work absolutely. So break time for lunch. The beans are depressurizing. They're done. So it took me about 20 minutes to do all this. No, we're going to say half hour because it took me about 20 minutes just to cut it all up and then a few minutes to get them all vacuum sealed. So lunchtime. Green beans can get checked off the list. Okay, so I got to go redo that water because I am going to be canning sweet potatoes. And I also forgot, I have these turnip that I bought that I need to get blanched and frozen. We don't really like turnip. I know that seems odd. Why do you have it, Lynn? I only like it in soups and stew. And that is because my grandmother's always added a little bit of turnip to soups and stews. And whenever I have soup and stew, I can never figure out what is missing. I'm like, what did I not add? And it's the turnip. I haven't added the turnip. So we're not huge fans of it, but we will eat it in soups and stews. So that's what's always missing when I make mine. It's the turnip taste. So I'm going to, I'm going to do my sweet potatoes next. No, I'm going to get these done because I got to blanch them and get them frozen. So, you know what? No. While the sweet potatoes are processing, I can do the turnip. So I will do them after I get the sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes. So I canned some sweet potatoes during the Every Bit Counts challenge. And we had some the other night and they were terrible. Absolutely terrible. Trying to be healthier, I only did them with water. They lose an insane amount of flavor during the canning process. Like just really, really bad. And when I make mashed sweet potatoes, I usually add a little bit of maple syrup to them. And my research has said that you should add some kind of sweetness. Not a lot. It just helps to basically put back the sweetness that's drawn out when they're getting canned. And maple syrup is one of my favorite things. And I'm going to make a simple syrup with the maple syrup for the sweet potatoes this time, and I hope they're better. Oh, they're so bad. I'm glad I only did a couple of small jars because they might end up going to the chickens if I can't figure out a way to make them taste better. Oh, they were terrible. The texture was awful. The flavor was terrible. They were bad. They were really bad, friends. So, okay, I got to wash up some sweet potatoes. Sorry, my apron is bugging me. And get them cut up and blanched and yeah, all the things. So I don't know how much I'm going to get done this afternoon because I have to stop and go pick up Aiden from cross country practice again. So I'm going to do my best. I'm determined to get all this done today because my kitchen's a mess because, you know, we're doing a reno on top of everything else. Why is this not tightening? And trying to can with stuff all over the floor. Your stuff's in boxes. It's like we just moved into the house or something. So I really want to get this done because after apple picking this weekend, we're going to hopefully try and finish up a lot of this kitchen stuff. So, okay. Enough stalling. I'm going to go get these sweet potatoes. Okay, so what I have here is 8 pounds of sweet potatoes. And I forgot to wash them. Hold on. Okay, they're clean now. And I have some more water going on the stove because I am going to parboil these for about 15 minutes. And then while they're cooling, I need 6.5 cups of water and about 1/2 cup of maple syrup. And we're going to bring that to a boil. Is boiling again. I've got all my sweet potatoes cut up and we're gonna parboil them for about 15 minutes. Okay, so while the sweet potatoes are parboiling, I am going to get these turnip peeled so they'll be ready to parboil. 6.5 cups of water and half a cup of maple syrup. Boy, I hope that's enough. I'm really worried that that's not going to be enough. But it said 8 pounds of sweet potatoes would make 9 pints. And I don't know if I should make more. I'm going to get this boiling. So we want that boiled. I have jars in the oven staying warm. I've already got my pressure canner heated up. So it's just simmering. And they come out the same size, which is nice. So, wow, that is definitely turnip. I'll tell you, if you have a cold, you just need to smell raw turnip. It will clear you up. These sweet potatoes are hot, so I'm gonna use my ladle to start putting them in. Okay, I'm gonna start putting some of the syrup in with here. What do I want? Friends, I'm doing something I've never done before. I'm double stacking. I've double checked, triple checked, quadruple checked. It is okay to do this with my canner. There is a shelf between the 2 jars. They're not stacked on top of one another. I end up getting a double batch out of this, and it is 2 o'clock, and these have to process for 65 minutes. So I am going to be pushing it to have to go get Aiden. So fingers crossed that this works out. You still just leave 2 to 3 inches of water in the bottom, like it's, you know, but I bought the shelf for my canner for a reason, so I could double stack. And yeah, so wish me luck. So it's been a few hours, picked up Aiden, and we are under a freezing warning tonight. And we are 2 weeks away from our supposed frost date. So David, thank goodness, came out and helped me. We harvested everything we could. I have a bunch of green and yellow beans, cilantro, because I didn't get cilantro during the beginning of the season because it got too hot too fast. A bunch of tomatoes that weren't quite ready, a bunch of peppers. I even brought in a couple bell pepper plants that were, quite frankly, too big and beautiful just to let die. So I'm going to overwinter them, and I'll bring you along for that, and we'll see how they're going to go, if they're going to do anything. They're going to die anyway, so I might as well try it, right? So yeah, really trying not to cry because it's so much work, and I had so much hopes for my garden this year, especially my fall garden, and yeah, but you can't plan weather, right? You just can't. Oh, my carrots I'm not harvesting yet because they're okay if they go through a frost. They actually are sweeter if they go through a frost. And I don't think they're quite ready. They shouldn't be ready until around our Thanksgiving weekend, which is, like I said, October 10th. So, all right, I got 4 bags of turnip, food saver bags. And then, of course, after I was all done, I found another turnip. So I'll have to try and get that one done soon. And you may hear the canner still going. Where is it here? Yeah, because my burner got turned down. And I couldn't figure out why my jiggler wasn't jiggling, and somehow the burner got hit and got turned way too low, and that's why. So I had to stop it, went and got Aiden, came back, checked the water level, and restarted them. So hopefully this time goes better. I mean, the double stacking thing, I should have just done 2 batches. Should have just done 2 batches. Well, I'm not ending today's video on a happy note. You know I had to start the sweet potatoes over. So I did it a second time, and I did check the water level before I started them a second time. Made sure it had the right amount, and the pressure, the jiggler, with about 20 minutes to go, stopped jiggling on me. Just completely stopped. And I'm like, what is going on? And a few minutes later, I could smell something burning, and we thought it was supper. The supper pan, because I put it on a hot burner. And I'm like, something's wrong, something's wrong. So I stopped the canner again. It just all cooled down. And this is what I found. This should be silver. That is the bottom. It should look like this. Okay, so there's that. And then there's the bottom of my canner. I'm so upset I could cry. I'm hoping I can save my canner. I'm going to use my Dawn Power Wash. Hot water, and hope I can get that cleaned up. Not to mention, I have all these that they weren't pressure canned right. Yeah, they went through twice, but I don't know if they ever got to the right pressure. So as I'm editing this video, I just wanted to let you all know that it's been a while since that disaster, and I managed to save my pressure canner. Took a lot of elbow grease. It will never be silver again. And I threw out the one shelf. I couldn't do anything with that. That was beyond saving. It even kind of lost some of its shape. Luckily, I had a second one still, so I can keep that in the bottom. But it may not be pretty, and it may never be silver again on the bottom, but it's totally functional. So I'm very relieved. I was ready to start crying, thinking I was going to have to save some money and get another pressure canner with a lot of canning still left to do before I'm done this year. So I just wanted to give you an update, and I ended up freezing all those sweet potatoes. I just couldn't risk it, so they all went into the freezer. So yeah, I just thought I'd let you all know. The cold front coming in tonight, that was unexpected, and now this. So I'm going to end this video on a really sucky note, and hope you all are doing well. God bless, take care, and we will see you all soon.